There's a lack of political imagination, or the imagination that is required to model a society or your own village to your liking, to your needs. People are not willing to do that. And that's a symptom of an apolitical worldview. Tomfoolery is spitting the truth, saying it's sad, and it's sadly an apolitical world we live in. A vast make of people, I imagine majority of people, are politically illiterate. It's not only about being politically illiterate though. Being apolitical also means being kind of fatalistic. Yes, there is the whole there is no alternative to capitalism, kind of idea, capitalist realism, Mark Fisher, blah, 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 blah. But there's also the whole idea that you can't change anything through politics, or that things are the way they are and can't change through social pressure. For example, I'll give you an example. My city kind of sucks. The city I live in kind of sucks. And the urban planning, for example, and the road layout, I'll make a segment about that eventually, probably, going through Google Street View and look at my city. And it kind of sucks for various different reasons. You know what? Fuck it. I'll do it right now. I'm not just talking about my city to talk about my city. I'm using it as an example to illustrate a point. So this is where I live. I'm not doxing myself. I already doxed myself. This is where I live. So this is the road I live on. This is an 80 kilometer per hour road that people live next to, right? People live really close to like basically what would be a highway in some countries. It should be considered a highway. In many cities, or like little villages, so those are villages that people go 50 kilometers in, because when you go 80, it completely destroys a community, because you live on a fucking highway. We live on a fucking highway. And I want to put it down to 50 so that we can have a little community kind of feeling, right? We have here the arena, which is like the ice rink. We have here the school. We have here a épicerie, which is a grocery store. We have here the church. This is my house. We have here the bank kind of thing. Here we have the post office. This would make, and it's on the side of the water, this would make a really cute little village center. Not very big. Oh yeah, and here there's the old people center for where they play bingo and where they do activities and stuff. This could be a really cute, city center. But it's not, because people go 80, 90, 100 kilometers per hour on this road. Let's go on Google Maps. On this road. Vroom, zoom, zoom, zoom. Go the cars. If you narrow down this road, as this road is narrowed down in many cities, you would have a place where it'd be nice to walk. You can make this place really cute, at least I believe. And this is my house right here. If you want to come to that house and act as an artist, If you want to be an artist, as an artist retreat or artist residency, you are more than welcome. You can look at manoarger.com. But anyway, the problem, because we've tried to mobilize people, but people don't believe in the idea that we can change things, because things are the way they are, and that's the danger of an apolitical world. It's not even in trying to dismantle capitalism, because of course, the fact that the world is apolitical kind of hurts our chances of dismantling capitalism, because people can't be critical of capitalism. But people can't be critical of many things through that apolitical world that goes even more less abstractly than our critique of capitalism. It can be our critique of just how, like the speed limit in front of your house, the speed limit in your city center, or the width of the road that goes through your city center. A lot of people think that, all right, it's how it is. It's always been this way, which it hasn't. And changing it is undesirable, but worse than that, it's impossible. There's a lack of political imagination, or the imagination that is required to model a society or your own village to your liking, to your needs. People are not willing to do that. And that's a symptom of an apolitical worldview. If people knew that the speed limit in front of your house, the one that that determines if you can walk safely or happily in your village, is a political decision. If people understood that, then they might fight for whatever they want, fight for a better place to live in. But they don't see how it's a political decision. To them, it's just that way. All right, we got a road. We gotta make it as fast as possible for the trucks, for the cars, and all that. And it's a very calculated for. It's the result. The speed limit in an area is not a political choice. It's the result of many different variables, like how secure can it be. How many cars go, but no, like these variables might be part of the equation, but at the end of the day, whether it's a 50 kilometers per hour zone or a 81, it's the product of people's choices, and there's politics in people's choices, but we're not willing to see that variable, the choice of the people. We think of it as something that's completely hands off, right? It's about security. It's about speed limit, how we want people to go fast. It's about all these things, but it's never about the human thing, because the human thing is political, and that's dangerous. Absolutely, NB. My wife is an architect and urbanists. In French, it's urbaniste. Will agree with that. The philosophical mistake that was made post World War II is that cities and systems stopped being designed around humans and began being designed around the automobile. And the idea that, and let me be ageist again, but a lot of boomers, a lot of older people, because they can't see an alternative to it, because they're fundamentally apolitical beings. They don't see that the world being designed around automobiles is a choice. To them, it's a fact. And this distinction between a world designed around automobiles is a choice or a fact is the kind of distinction that also is about the world being political or the world being apolitical. The water is blue. That's a fact. The world is designed around automobiles. That's a choice. I hope I make myself clear. Roman Vaughan Williams says, what can art do? Good question. And you know what? I've been actually thinking of fighting to lower the speed limit in front of my house through art. I mean, in my house, there will be an art exhibition in August around détournement. I've talked about that. I was thinking of maybe eventually talking about making an art exhibition around the whole idea of the 132. Like 132, like Route 66 is iconic. In Gaspésie, it's Route 132 or 132 that is iconic. I was thinking of making an exhibition around the Route 132. I'm sure some people will be very happy to talk about the Route 132, but I'm thinking a lot of people will be critical of it, me being the first one of being critical of the Route 132. And I was thinking of organizing an exhibition around it, which hopefully can create a conversation about it, and a conversation about it being a choice. And I think that's what art can do, right? That's my view of art, is that it can create conversations. It's what I want it to do. And you can do that in small communities such as this one by organizing a community event or community exhibition centered around the question of, what is the 132? What does it mean to our culture? How does it affect our culture? How does it affect us as human beings? Things like that.